This year's Pixel 10 skips the hype and delivers upgrades that'll change how you actually use your phone, even if you don't realize it yet. I'm going to show you why my top 5 favorite features are daily wins for Pixel 10 users, starting with a new feature here on the base model. You see, for the first time, you get a true telephoto camera, even on this base Pixel 10. Google moved the 5x optical zoom from the Pro only to everyone gets it section. Meanwhile, most other brands are still gating this behind their most expensive models. This means you're getting 5x optical in super res up to nearly 20x with real stabilization. So from the nosebleed seats, you can actually get a photo of your kid on stage or read a sign from across the field with no more mushy, over-zoomed blur. And it's all cleaned up with Google's signature computational smarts. So you're getting sharp edges, natural colors, and shots that actually match from 1x through 5x. Now, on the base Pixel, not every 20x shot is wall-worthy, but your usable range just exploded. For most people, pro-level zoom isn't a luxury anymore. It's just something that's standard on the Pixel. But with a Pixel, a great camera is pretty much always expected. But what if your phone could predict what you need next before you even think about it? Magic Q is Pixel 10's most that's actually useful AI feature, and it's the one that impresses me the most out of everything. It's the first AI feature I've used that actually feels psychic, like it finishes your sentences or completes your text messages for you. Magic Q runs on your device and checks the context you've allowed and proactively surfaces what you were just about to look for on your phone. So let's say you're texting someone about a flight. Before you even ask or look it up, your boarding pass might slide into the conversation. Or someone's texting you about where they're meeting you for dinner tomorrow, and your reservation just shows up at the bottom of the chat for you to tap and send. It'll even offer up the exact photos your spouse just asked you to send over, and it does all this without you leaving to prompt or ask or search for them. It works across places like messages, calls, maps, weather, and daily hub, and the payoff is shaving a bunch of those mental taxes away from your brain. Now, if this feature sounds familiar, this is very similar to what Apple announced not at this past WWDC, but the one before that in 2024 with the new Siri and the personal context. That feature was delayed, it's still not here yet, and yet Google was able to deliver something that is very similar, if not better, sooner. Now, of course, nothing matters if your phone is still a pain to charge, because we all want our batteries to last as long as possible, but that is where PixelSnap changes everything. PixelSnap brings Qi 2 magnetic alignment across the whole Pixel lineup. So chargers now lock on and center properly and charge reliably without fussing with placement. It also opens the door to magnetic stands and grips and wallets and power banks that just snap on as the name implies. Magnets center the coil, which keeps speeds steady and heat down when charging. Now on the Pixel 10 and 10 Pro, it's up to 15 watts, and it's even faster on the Pixel 10 Pro XL, which we will talk about in a second. And because alignment is guaranteed, you hit that rate consistently instead of accidentally trickle charging. You can very easily think of this like MagSafe because it essentially is. It's based on the Qi 2 standard, which Apple basically donated MagSafe to, and it even works with all MagSafe accessories right out of the box. So if you have them around or you've seen MagSafe accessories online, you do not need to look for PixelSnap in particular. MagSafe will just slap on the back of these and work. So accessories feel like a system now. Dock on the desk, snap in the car, charge on the train, and you are all good everywhere you go as far as magnetic and induction charging goes. All right, so far we've seen increases across the board for the Pixel 10, but the Pro models in particular do get some extras. In fact, they unlock zoom so extreme, it literally changes what's possible on a smartphone. The Pixel 10 Pro and Pro XL reach 100x ProRes zoom by pairing optics with an on-device AI model that cleans up the chaos of extreme zoom. Now, the real sweet spot, in my opinion, is the mid-range, 20x to 60x, shots of signs, wildlife, architecture. Frames that used to collapse and fall apart now come back with clarity and readable text. Now, we all know other phones will brag about 100x like the Samsung Galaxy S25, but this is tuned to make 30x to 60x shots actually usable, so you're not left with digital mush. It won't replace a long lens, but it expands what's possible on a phone. You tap, it processes locally, and the result feels framed, not faked. Google even tags these with content credentials so you know when AI pitched in, and it's going to always pitch in when you zoom in to 100x, by the way. And in fact, pitched in might not be giving it enough credit. When you take a 100x photo on the Pixel 10 Pro or Pro XL, AI basically recreates what is in the frame. In other words, it's looking at the pixels and cleaning things up to make it look as if you were able to shoot it clearly at 100x. So it's not determining what's in the photo, like this is a tree and we need to make the tree look like a tree. It just sees the pixels and knows how to clean them up. One thing it will not fix or improve though is if it recognizes a person is in the photo. Not just a face, but a body. It's not gonna let you creep on someone from 100x, and it's also not gonna want to recreate someone who really didn't exist because it's using AI to recreate that image. It's not gonna do that to people. Again, all of this is processed on device and tagged with C2PA so you can see what was enhanced. So for travelers or city shooters or people shooting landscapes, it turns the I wish I had a camera into I got it. All right, next, let's talk more about wireless charging, but this one is actually fast, but it's also only on this Pixel 10 Pro XL in particular. Yes, the Pixel 10 Pro XL is the only Pixel to support 25-watt magnetic wireless charging, faster than any previous Pixel and a noticeable leap over the regular 10 and 10 Pro's 15 watts. So you drop this on a stand and you're back to a full battery way before either of the other two. So those quick morning routines, coffee, shower, dress, and you're done, can all take place while you're charging up your Pixel 10 Pro XL. This makes inductive charging finally feel practical for power users in a way that 15 watts just doesn't. And of course, like everyone else watching, including probably you, I do wish this was on both Pro models, but for now, it's a perk of going with the biggest Pixel available. This is one of those upgrades that won't wow on a spec sheet, but it will make a difference every single day, especially, of course, if you use wireless or MagSafe charging. Now, of course, even the best and smartest phones have blind spots, and the Pixel 10 is no different. There are a few misses that you'll want to know before you buy. First, when it comes to the base model, there is no Wi-Fi 7 here. The Pros get it, while the entry model stays on Wi-Fi 6E. It's fine for now, but not future-proof if you're upgrading your router anytime soon. Second, 4K 60 HDR still leans on that video boost feature. And if you don't know about that, it's where you upload your video and then it's processed in the cloud and comes back to you. So you can shoot in 4K 60, but the best look requires cloud processing, so you won't see it instantly on your device. Now, to be clear, regular 4K 60 shooting is fine, regular HDR shooting is fine, but to combine those two features together, it needs that extra step. The footage does look great when it's done. It's just not as seamless as point and shoot the way you get it on other flagship smartphones. You're also losing reverse wireless charging with the introduction of PixelSnap, so you won't be able to charge up, say, your Pixel Buds or your watch on the back of your Pixel anymore, just in case that was a feature you relied on. And lastly, battery life is just not impressive. The Pixel 10 lineup uses a lot of AI, and that just takes more power. You'll notice it, especially on the Pro. And I'm not saying the battery life is bad, it's just like I said, it's just not impressive. It's middle of the road. So, is the Pixel 10 lineup just another spec bump? I'd say it is far from it. Here's what you actually get. Real telephoto zoom for all cameras, AI that thinks ahead of you, magnets that finally make wireless click, Pro zoom that's actually worth using, and the first Pixel wireless charging that keeps up with your life on the XL in particular. This one is about daily wins you feel every time you pick up your phone. If you're after raw numbers, look elsewhere. But if you want a phone that quietly saves you seconds every single day, Pixel 10 is the one to watch. Thanks for watching as always, guys. I appreciate your support. I'm Andru Edwards, and I will catch you in the next video.